Okay, 7th graders, just like the 6th graders, we're doing our math. You'll have scrap paper to do in your envelopes. And let's get started. You'll need something to write with, don't really care what, your math sheet, and some scrap paper. Go ahead and put your name at the top. Name the property shown in each statement. So, are we changing our grouping, or are we changing our are we changing the order, or are we changing the grouping? So, if we are changing the grouping, that is association. And so, associative property is how we group them. Communicative property is how we can add or multiply in whatever order we want. So order is commutative. Associative property is how we group them. So did we change here? Did we change the order, or did we change the grouping? Well, we changed the grouping, so this is associative. Here, did we change the order? No. Did we change the grouping? Yes, but that's not all we did. We also used the fact that we added 0, and that is our additive identity. So this is both, because we dropped the parentheses, so that's grouping. So we're doing both associative and additive. Next one, we have 16 plus C plus 17 equals 16 plus C plus 17. With the parentheses changing, we're changing grouping, so that is associative. In this case, we are multiplying something by 0. Multiplying by 0 is the multiplicative property of 0. This is the mult of 0. Use a counterexample. State whether the conjecture is true or false. If false, provide a counterexample. Division of whole numbers is associative. Can we switch the order around of division and get the same results? No. 12 divided by 2 divided by 1 is not the same thing. Does not equal 12 does not equal 1 divided by 12 divided by 2. This is 12 divided by 1 is 6 divided by, or 12 divided by 2 is 6 divided by 1 is 6. This is 1 divided by 12 is 1/12. Divided by 2 is 1/24. So they are not equal. This is false. Darren ordered a soda for $2.75, a sandwich for $8.50, and a dessert for $3.85. Sales tax was $1.15. Use mental math to find the total amount of the bill. Okay, so we're not using our calculators. So for mental math, we have 5 plus 5 plus 5, so we know that the ending is going to be a 5. And then we have 8 plus 7, which we know is a 15, plus 5, which is 21 from the one we had before. And then we have 2 plus the 2 we just carried over, so 4, plus 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8, plus 8 is 16. It will cost $16.15 to pay the bill. Simplify each expression, justify each step. So we have to tell them what we're doing. We have to tell them whether they're doing commutative, associative, additive, multiplicative, or multiplicative of 0. So we're going to simplify. First one, well, we have 15 plus 12 plus 8. We need to combine our like terms, but before we can do that, we need to change our associative property. So we're going to do 15 plus 12 and group those two together, plus 8a, and this is associative. And then that becomes 15 plus 12, 5, 7, 27, plus 8a. And we are now, and this is just grouping like terms. So we just grouped. Next one, we have 5n times 9 times 2n. So we're going to try and group our n's together, but first we have to change our association. So we have 5n times 9 times 2n. Now we're going to regroup. So we're going to use our associative. We're going to make that 5n times 2n times 9. Now we're going to group our like terms, and 5n times 2n. Well, 5 times 2 is 10. N times n is n squared. And this is grouping. And then we have that times 9. 9 times 10 is 90 n squared. That just that 9 times that 10. Three x times 7 times x. So we have 3x times 7 times x. 3x, and we want to group our x's together. So to change that, we have to use associative. Oh, they probably want me to do that as two different steps. So we have 3, and this gives us 3x times 7 times x, because I'm just getting rid of the grouping. Now I will move the x and the 7 around, so 3x times x times 7. They probably won't